Happen. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Do you need an action?
I would love one.
Action.
Hey, guys.
Hi, guys.
All right. Welcome back to all of our subscribers and all of our viewers. Welcome back.
Welcome back. And to the new people, you did an excellent thing this morning.
Good for you.
Good for you.
We're so proud.
As your reward, we're going to introduce ourselves.
Yes, we are.
I'm Ceirra.
I'm Stan.
And you're watching
the hardly famous vlog, Jinx.
I'm going to give it to you because you're sick.
Oh, thank you.
Today is Monday.
Oh,
obviously,
gosh.
everyone's least favorite day of the week. And guess what we decide to talk about on Mondays because it's just the worst subject to talk about.
It's true.
It's Adulting Mondays.
It's Adulting Mondays. And specifically...
with little enthusiasm.
Ooh. And specifically, we were talking about taxes in your 20s.
Tax season. A lot of people get their taxes done, starting as early as February because they just want to get that return.
That's true.
And then some people kind of, are in the middle, kind of wait till March. Like, oh, okay, well, here. And then, the retarded people wait until April. And then try to go to the nearest Office Depot to get that TurboTax. And it's just like, nope, sold out. And then you try to go to an H&R Block. Sorry. All the spots are taken. Can't come in today.
Nope.
Then you go to your best friend who claims he's an accountant just because he's really good at separating the bill.
Yeah.
When all your group of friends go out, he's busy too. He's going out of town because his tax return just hit his bank account.
Yep.
So you're stuck. At the beginning of the year, you can always look at your finances and just break it down. Be like, okay, so I literally just wiped out my account on New Year's Eve because I decided, YOLO. And then, you wake up the next morning hungover and decide it's time to make an adult decision. So you're like, this year, as a resolution, because some people still believe in that, I'm going to keep track of my finances and I'm going to be on top of tax season. So what you can do is make sure that you have all of your stuff from the last year. You're hungover. You're in that state of mind where you just want it to go away. You don't want to really think, but you also don't want to have to think about all the responsibilities you're going to do. So you take the initiative and you're just like, you know what? I'm going to get it done anyways. Because right now, I really couldn't be bothered with anything else. I'm just going to do it. So you start getting all your finances together from last year. You can look at your bank statements. You can get them online, or you can request them, or you can save the mail when they get mailed to you.
That's hard to do because, oh my God, all that mail comes in. You actually have to be an adult and actually keep it filed, keep it together, be organized, actually open it up, read it, put it aside, make sure you don't lose it.
Keep your receipts. A lot of people just be like, that was me crumbling up a receipt if you didn't know that.
I know, but I got that.
That was the second take, in case you didn't get the first one. But keep your receipts. Keep in a little folder. Keep in a little baggie. It's somewhere, where you most likely won't remember it's there until you actually need it. Then you start searching all over your place. Like, oh my God, where are my receipts from last year? Found it. And if you don't want to keep every single receipt, just keep it of the important stuff. Stuff for your car, your rent stuff, stuff from your job. Stuff, bills, things that will actually come in handy because you never know. The more you save, the bigger that refund.
It's true.
What else can I do?
True. Let's see, what else can you do? Besides being actually organized and keeping everything. Now be careful because you can turn into a hoarder. Do not turn into a hoarder. Get a filing cabinet, get a folder. Literally, they sell them. They sell containers that literally like just this big. You can just throw all of that stuff in and keep it there.
Get the cheap folders, the little things you can slide in there and just put
the big yellow envelopes, for example. Shoom, shoom, shoom. You'd be surprised at how much they can expand. One thing that actually helps, if you are in your 20s, look, it's okay. I understand it. It happens. If you have a parent who's really good at it, which usually most parents are, you don't even have to be smart like my dad, for example, who's just a whiz with math.
My mom just goes to an accountant.
Yeah, you can ask a parent, honestly. And here's the thing, though. If you do yourself a favor and actually sit down with them and learn how to do it. But eventually, you have to learn.
Beware. When you do sit down, with the intention of learning what it is that they've learned about doing taxes, or whether it's they go to somebody, they use TurboTax, they use, they have their own, little thing that they can do because apparently they're an accountant. Who knew? Apparently. You know, be aware that they are going to judge you on your expenses and what you do with your income.
Yes.
Flip that. What you do with your income and how that affects your expenses. Because
that's the order, actually.
That's the order. Because, you know, you may have thought that sale at Forever, you know, was a good idea, but then forgot about that credit card bill that you had to pay the next week.
That you didn't pay? Until, like, let's say that was, like, what, in March? No, let's say that was, like, a summer sale, July. You didn't pay it until September?
You didn't pay it until September, and then you were stuck, and then you asked your mom, like, oh, hey, I'm a little stuck on, you know, rent this week. You're not stuck on rent, you're stuck on that bill. And then the other
you need $357 to cover that bill.
You're stuck on those other 2 bills that you gotta pay too.
Yeah.
So beware that they are gonna ask you some questions, and then you can't lie, because this is the government. It may be your mother,
right there,
it may be your parents, your mother, your father, whatever it is, but at the end of the day, you're dealing with the government, and they will come after you.
They will.
They will. How do you think Wesley Snipes stayed in jail all those years? Because they came after him and wouldn't let him go. Sinbad. Who remembers that guy? He got in trouble too. They are going to have a 30-minute conversation, well, a 30-minute one-sided dialogue.
Oh, yes, where you can't talk.
Prior to them actually explaining things to you about how things are. Or sometimes you're too busy to be in person, so you do it over the phone. So you get even more confused when you have to check off boxes and things. Also, another thing, people, your student loan. Now, some of you people think, well, how does my student loan, you know, affect my taxes and whatnot?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
It affects it because if you owe money to the government for them helping you get through school, you're gonna have to pay it back, and that's gonna show up on your taxes when you have to do it. Like, hey, I'm still paying for this. Sometimes you can get out of it. You can, you know, have a little, what is it, redemption, and not have to pay anything. You can be forgiven for your loans.
It's true. Also, here's the thing.
Look into that.
Also, yes.
Look into that.
Yes, please
look into that.
Because that can help you. It can.
And you can apply that.
Also, usually, I mean, depending on what type the loan is and how much it is, you can get it to a decent amount to pay every month. If you are just keeping, it's just like, look, if you're paying that, how much is Netflix nowadays? How much is it? Like $9.99?
I think it depends on what you get. Like, it ranges from like $8 to I think like.
Let's say it's like, let's say for like the streaming, like it's what, $10 or something like that probably.
Yeah.
Let's say streaming is $10. Okay, if you can afford that 10 streaming, all right, you can afford to put aside a little bit a month for set loans, because if not and you fall behind, they are going to take everything you own.
And it's going to be
tax
interest.
Season.
And then on top of that, just take the initiative, call them up, say, hey, can't really afford stuff at the moment. I want to get my payment rearranged, income-driven payments, things like that. They'll help you. Or, you know, I want to see if I qualify for the loan forgiveness. They'll help you out. All you got to do is phone call. Donations. If you take anything to Goodwill or the Salvation Army or any other donation center place, you can write it off. It'll help you. Look for write-offs, especially donations. Those are the big ones. You can collect those receipts and you can give them to your people, your tax person, and say, here, I did this last year because I'm a good Samaritan. And they'd be like, good for you. We'll tack it on. If there's anything that can be written off, look for it. But be smart about what you can write off and what you can't. There are certain things where you think you can write off, which you can't really name them at the moment. And then when it comes to tax season, you're just like, but I thought I could put that. And they're like, no, you can't. So then you're stuck. So I'm pretty sure there's a list like on the IRS website or something like that, things you can write off. And if you have people who, you know, friends who are in accountings, if you know an accountant, if you know somebody, ask them. Just be like, hey, so, you know, I had this, and this last year. I was wondering if it could be written off. And they'd be like, yeah, it could be. Or just come in prepared with a list of questions. Whether you know what it is that can be done or not, just come in with it and say, hey, I got this going on. How can we do that? Now, if you're doing one of those TurboTax programs, well, you're on your own.
Yeah.
So
if you like this video, right underneath here, right underneath right there, there's a subscribe button. Push that if you like this video and you want to keep up with us and you like our channel. Right over here, there's a like button. Push that if you like it. There's also a comment right over here where you type words, please. But let us know if you like this video, if there's certain things we need to talk about, or if you just want to give a shout out, or if you want to let us know on your own situations with tax season. We do want to know. And also right over here, there's a little tagline. You can follow us on social media. We are on Snapchat, we are on Twitter, and we are on Instagram. So I believe that's it. Subscribe, like, comment. Follow us on social media to keep up with everything of the Heartly Famous vlog and to keep up with us, duh. And we will see you next week, next Monday.
Would you like to say the next part?
Yes. What's it called? I just messed it up.
Shall we do an outro?
That's right. Okay, shall we do an outro?
Yes, what would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm thinking that we should get like a computer, okay? And we can do our taxes together. Just show everyone we can do it, okay? I brought all my receipts. They're in that suitcase right over there, okay? Or is it that suitcase? One has my suitcases. The other one has my copies of all my books. Are you going to go get yours? Okay, bring it. We can do it together. It'll be fun.